Sometimes it's very obvious, sometimes it's not so obvious. But the main thing with replacement window installation is, well, I mean, obviously you want to have a trusted professional with a track record and a history that you know. And it's like, well, how do I know that guy's got it? Well, if you're dealing with a reputable company, Thermo King just as an example, we only have our own guys install the windows, and they've been doing it for years, and we don't have some new guy that's never, I did roofs or decks last week and now I'm going to do windows. How hard can it be? It's no, these guys do windows day in and day out and have for years, or they don't work for us. But the second thing is, when it's installed, I mean, the layperson isn't as acute to know what to look for, but the big thing is keeping moisture out. If you have air infiltration, well, that's certainly not good. But if you have water infiltration, that can create serious problems. It can create mold, it can create rot, it can create long-term structural problems, it can affect your foundation. There's a myriad of things. And so the trick is, when a window's installed, it's designed so that everything overlaps from the top. So like, just as an example, when we install a window, we wrap the exterior trim with a metal siding. And when you do that, you wrap from the bottom up. So like, you cover the windowsill first, and then you cover the brick mold second, which is the trim that goes around the perimeter of the window. And then you cover the cap top brick mold last. And the reason why you do that is everything overlaps so that there's no way for moisture to get in. Now then, we also caulk and seal it with a high-end bonding agent, but those caulkings eventually fail and crack. But if it's capped properly with everything overlapping, even if the caulking fails or the sealant fails, the moisture still doesn't permeate or penetrate because it's shielded or overlapped. So that's one little tell, but there's a lot of things. If the window doesn't function properly when it's first installed, that's a sign they did something wrong. It's hard to open or hard to close, or doesn't lock right or seal tight or things like that. That means it's not plumb or square, or it's not properly seated or fitted or whatever. Now, I will defend all window companies, us included. When larger windows are first installed, because they're so new and tight from the factory, they're a little harder to open and close than after they've been installed for a while, because they haven't been used. But when I'm talking about windows that you can't open or that are incredibly difficult to open, then that means the window wasn't installed right, or it wasn't measured right, and they've crammed it in the opening. So those are some of the signs. But if you have any questions about that, Thermo King is an excellent source to call to see if we can tell if your windows are installed right or if you need to replace them.